Your kidneys work non-stop to filter toxins, but modern diets silently overload and damage them through excess salt, sugar and processed foods. And the most dangerous part is that this damage happens quietly without pain or obvious warning signs, because every minute your kidneys are cleaning your blood, balancing fluids, regulating minerals, controlling blood pressure, and removing waste products that your body no longer needs. And when you constantly eat foods high in sodium, sugar, unhealthy fats, and artificial chemicals, you are forcing these organs to work far beyond their natural capacity, which slowly weakens the tiny filtering units inside them, known as nephrons. And once these nephrons are damaged, they do not regenerate, meaning the loss is permanent. And this is exactly why modern lifestyle diseases like high blood pressure, diabetes, and chronic fatigue are so closely linked to kidney problems, because the kidneys are directly affected by what flows through your blood every single day. And when your blood is constantly filled with excess salt from processed foods, sugar from soft drinks, and toxins from packaged meals, your kidneys struggle to maintain balance, leading to fluid retention, swelling, high blood pressure, and increased stress on blood vessels, which further reduces their ability to function properly. And over time, this creates a vicious cycle where poor diet leads to kidney stress leads to hormonal imbalance, and hormonal imbalance leads to even more damage in other organs like the heart and brain. And the most dangerous part is that people often feel completely normal during the early stages of kidney decline, because the body is very good at compensating. So you might be losing kidney function for years without realizing it, still eating the same unhealthy foods, still drinking sugary beverages, still relying on instant meals, and still thinking everything is fine, while inside your body the filters are slowly clogging, becoming inflamed, and losing efficiency. And this is why diet plays such a critical role in kidney protection, because every meal is either supporting the kidneys or adding more stress to them. And modern diets are designed for convenience and taste, not for organ health, which is why they are filled with refined carbs, excess sodium, preservatives, and artificial ingredients that the kidneys must work hard to eliminate. And when this becomes a daily pattern, the kidneys never get a break, never get time to recover, and never get the chance to function at their optimal level, which eventually leads to fatigue, low energy, poor concentration, frequent urination, dehydration, and long-term risk of kidney disease. And the truth is that protecting your kidneys does not require expensive supplements or complicated routines. It simply requires awareness and consistent choices, like reducing processed foods, limiting sugar and salt, drinking enough water, and choosing more natural and whole foods. Because the less toxic load you put into your body, the less work your kidneys have to do. And when the kidneys are not overloaded, they can maintain balance, regulate blood pressure, support detoxification, and keep your internal environment clean and stable, which directly improves overall health, energy levels, immunity, and even mental clarity. And this is why understanding how modern diets silently damage the kidneys is one of the most important steps toward long-term health and disease prevention. Because once you realize that your daily food choices are either protecting your kidneys or slowly destroying them, you begin to see food not just as taste or habit, but as a powerful tool that shapes your future health and determines how well your body will function in the years to come. Processed meats, instant foods, sugary drinks, and salty snacks are among the biggest hidden enemies of kidney health, even when consumed normally, because they are designed for convenience and flavor, not for the long-term well-being of your organs. And the problem is that these foods are everywhere in modern life, in supermarkets, restaurants, workplaces, schools, and even in homes, making it very easy to consume them daily without realizing the damage they are causing. And processed meats like sausages, hot dogs, salami, and deli slices are packed with sodium, preservatives, and chemical additives that force the kidneys to work harder to filter excess salt and toxins from the blood. And over time, this constant overload raises blood pressure and damages the delicate blood vessels inside the kidneys, reducing their ability to function efficiently. And instant foods like noodles, canned soups, frozen meals, and ready-to-eat snacks are another major problem because they often contain extremely high levels of sodium and artificial flavor enhancers, which disrupt fluid balance in the body and cause the kidneys to retain more water, leading to swelling, fatigue, and increased strain on kidney tissues. And sugary drinks such as sodas, energy drinks, sweetened juices, and flavored beverages create rapid spikes in blood sugar, which damage blood vessels throughout the body, including the tiny vessels in the kidneys that are responsible for filtration. And this is why people with high sugar intake have a much higher risk of developing kidney disease over time, even if they are not diagnosed with diabetes. And salty snacks like chips, crackers, fries, popcorn, and salted nuts seem harmless, but are actually one of the most common sources of excessive sodium. And because they are highly addictive and easy to overeat, people often consume far more salt than they realize, which keeps blood pressure elevated and forces the kidneys to constantly remove excess sodium from the bloodstream. And this ongoing pressure slowly reduces kidney efficiency and increases the risk of long-term damage. And what makes these foods especially dangerous is not just their individual effects, but the way they are usually combined in daily diets. For example, a person might start the day with processed meat for breakfast, eat instant food for lunch, drink sugary beverages throughout the day, and snack on salty chips in the evening, creating a constant cycle of kidney stress from morning to night. And because the body adapts, people do not feel immediate symptoms, so they continue these habits for years, believing their health is fine, while inside the kidneys are slowly becoming inflamed, overloaded, and less capable of maintaining balance. And this silent progression is what makes modern food so harmful, because it creates long-term damage without obvious warning signs, and by the time symptoms like swelling, frequent urination, fatigue, or high blood pressure appear, significant kidney function may already be lost, which is why awareness is so important. Because once you recognize that these common foods are not just unhealthy for weight or energy, but directly harmful to kidney function, you can start making conscious choices to reduce them, replace them with fresher and less processed options, and give your kidneys the chance to recover and function more efficiently, which ultimately leads to better overall health, stronger energy levels, and a lower risk of chronic disease in the future. High blood pressure, high blood sugar, and chronic dehydration are the main lifestyle pathways that lead to kidney damage and failure. And what makes them especially dangerous is that they often develop silently over many years without causing obvious symptoms. So people continue their daily habits without realizing the harm being done inside their bodies. And high blood pressure puts constant pressure on the tiny blood vessels inside the kidneys, which are responsible for filtering waste from the blood. And when this pressure remains high for long periods of time, these delicate vessels become damaged, narrowed, and less effective, reducing the kidney's ability to filter toxins properly and maintain fluid balance. And this creates a cycle where poor kidney function further increases blood pressure, which then causes even more damage, gradually leading to chronic kidney disease. And high blood sugar has a similar effect because excess glucose in the blood damages blood vessels throughout the body, including those in the kidneys. And over time, this leads to thickening and scarring of kidney tissues, making it harder for the kidneys to filter waste efficiently. And this is why diabetes is one of the leading causes of kidney failure worldwide. But even people who are not diabetic can experience kidney stress if their diets constantly cause spikes in blood sugar, such as from sugary drinks, refined carbohydrates, and processed foods. And chronic dehydration is another major but often overlooked factor because when the body does not receive enough water. The kidneys are forced to concentrate urine in order to conserve fluids, which increases the risk of kidney stones, infections, and build-up of waste products in the blood. And over time, this constant concentration puts strain on kidney tissues and reduces their ability to perform normal functions. And many people live in a state of mild dehydration without realizing it, especially those who consume large amounts of caffeine, energy drinks, or alcohol, all of which increase fluid loss and make it harder for the kidneys to maintain proper balance. And the combination of high blood pressure, high blood sugar, and dehydration is especially dangerous because they amplify each other's effects, meaning that a person who eats a high salt and high sugar diet while not drinking enough water is placing extreme stress on their kidneys every single day. And this stress accumulates slowly, leading to inflammation, reduced filtration, and eventually permanent damage. And what makes this process even more concerning is that the kidneys have a strong ability to compensate, so they can continue functioning even when a large portion of their capacity is already lost, which is why many people only discover kidney problems at an advanced stage, and by then the focus shifts from prevention to management, which often involves medications, dietary restrictions, and in severe cases dialysis or transplantation. And this is why addressing these lifestyle factors early is so important, because controlling blood pressure through reduced salt intake, stabilizing blood sugar through healthier food choices, and maintaining proper hydration can significantly reduce the risk of kidney damage, improve overall organ function, and help preserve kidney health for the long term, allowing the body to maintain balance, energy, and internal stability as it ages. Kidney damage develops quietly without early symptoms, which makes daily food choices far more important than people realize, because unlike many other organs, the kidneys do not send strong warning signals when something starts to go wrong, and this is what makes kidney disease so dangerous, as a person can lose a large portion of kidney function and still feel completely normal in their everyday life, continuing to eat the same foods, follow the same habits, and assume their health is fine, while inside the body the kidneys are slowly losing their ability to filter waste and maintain balance. And this silent progression means that by the time noticeable symptoms appear, such as swelling in the feet or face, fatigue, difficulty concentrating, changes in urination, or persistent back discomfort, significant and often irreversible damage has already occurred, and because the kidneys are responsible for regulating blood pressure, electrolyte levels, fluid balance, and waste removal, even a small decline in their function can gradually affect the entire body, leading to higher blood pressure, weaker immunity, poor energy levels, and increased strain on the heart and brain. And what makes this even more concerning is that many people rely on medical tests only when they feel sick, but kidney problems often remain hidden in standard daily life until advanced stages, meaning prevention through lifestyle and diet becomes far more powerful than treatment after symptoms appear. And this is why daily food choices play such a critical role, because every meal influences the workload placed on the kidneys, and foods high in salt, sugar, artificial additives, and unhealthy fats increase the amount of waste and toxins the kidneys must process, while also disrupting blood pressure and blood sugar levels, which further damages kidney tissues over time. And on the other hand, natural and less processed foods reduce this burden, allowing the kidneys to maintain balance more easily and function efficiently. And the problem is that modern diets are often built around convenience rather than health, with people eating packaged meals, fast food, sugary drinks, and salty snacks on a regular basis, believing that as long as they do not feel sick, their body is functioning properly. But the kidneys do not respond immediately with pain or discomfort. They respond with gradual decline, and this makes awareness the most important tool for protection. Because once you understand that kidney damage can happen without symptoms, you begin to see that waiting for signs is not a safe strategy, and that proactive choices are essential for long-term health. And this includes reducing processed foods, limiting salt and sugar, drinking enough water, and choosing fresh and natural ingredients whenever possible, because these small daily decisions significantly reduce the stress placed on the kidneys, and over time they can slow or even prevent the progression of kidney damage, allowing the body to maintain internal balance, stable energy, and healthy organ function, which ultimately leads to a better quality of life and a lower risk of chronic disease as you age, avoiding harmful foods and choosing fresh, natural, and balanced meals can significantly protect, restore, and extend kidney function for life, because the kidneys respond very strongly to what you put into your body on a daily basis. And unlike many organs, they have an incredible ability to stabilize and improve when the toxic load is reduced, meaning that even small positive changes in diet can lead to noticeable improvements in kidney health over time. And when you reduce processed foods, excess salt, refined sugar, and unhealthy fats, you immediately lower the amount of waste and chemical stress your kidneys must filter from the blood, allowing them to operate more efficiently and with less strain. And this creates a healthier internal environment where fluid balance, blood pressure, and mineral levels are easier to control, and choosing fresh foods like vegetables, fruits in moderation, whole grains, legumes, nuts, and seeds provides the body with natural nutrients and antioxidants that support kidney tissues and reduce inflammation, which is one of the main causes of long-term kidney damage. And plant-based proteins are especially beneficial because they produce fewer waste products compared to animal proteins, meaning the kidneys do not have to work as hard to eliminate byproducts like urea and creatinine. And over time, this reduced workload helps preserve kidney function and slows the aging process of kidney cells. And hydration also plays a key role in kidney protection, because drinking enough clean water helps flush toxins from the body, prevents the buildup of waste products, and reduces the risk of kidney stones and infections. And when the body is well hydrated, the kidneys can maintain proper filtration without having to concentrate urine excessively, which protects kidney tissues from stress and damage. And another important factor is avoiding sugary drinks and replacing them with water, herbal teas, or natural beverages, because stable blood sugar levels protect the blood vessels inside the kidneys and reduce the risk of diabetic kidney damage. And reducing salt intake helps normalize blood pressure, which is one of the strongest protective factors for kidney health, since high blood pressure directly damages kidney blood vessels over time. And what makes these changes so powerful is that they do not require extreme diets or expensive supplements. They simply require consistent awareness and better daily choices. And when healthy eating becomes a habit rather than a temporary plan, the kidneys benefit continuously, leading to improved energy levels, better digestion, clearer skin, more stable mood, and stronger overall immunity. And over the long term, these lifestyle changes significantly reduce the risk of chronic kidney disease, heart disease, and metabolic disorders, allowing the body to function more efficiently and age more gracefully. And this shows that kidney health is not something that depends on genetics alone, but is largely shaped by daily habits and food choices. And by avoiding harmful foods and choosing natural, balanced meals, you are not only protecting your kidneys, but also investing in long-term health, vitality, and quality of life for years to come.